The Frankly Speaking Roof Cam, brought to you by Boss Security in Horseheads. Contact them today for all your business and home security needs. Welcome back to Frankly Speaking here on WYDC-TV Big Fox. I'm your host, Frank Acomb. We are broadcasting from the Hesselson studio, and in that studio, it's the Addams family. Good morning. Thanks so much for being on the program.
Good morning.
All right, tell us all about it. Are you ready? Because it's coming out March 13th, 14th, and 15th, as people can see on the bottom of the screen. All right, you guys think you're ready?
I believe so.
Yeah. Okay, then. Pretty
I guess
confident.
that's a good answer
Yeah,
from
right.
them, considering.
All right, just had to get that out of the way. So let's introduce each of you, if you don't mind.
I'm James Wellington, and I'm playing Gomez Addams.
Oh.
I'm Eva Scott, and I'm playing Morticia Addams.
And I am Katie Hastrich, and I'm the director.
All right. So we mentioned, are you ready? How long has this been in the works? Because I know this takes a lot longer than sometimes people expect.
We held auditions in December before
Okay,
we
yeah.
braked for Christmas.
Yeah.
And then we started rehearsals right when we got back from break.
Okay.
And they intensified throughout the weeks coming up to it.
Yeah,
So
so-
right now we're in the grind.
Right. So yeah, because what's it look like now that you're nearing your performance? What's a typical practice look like? I'll ask either of you.
So practices right now are going from, I believe, 4 to 7.
Oh wow.
And honestly, I feel like they have higher expectations than I'm used to, but it's very doable. They
Yeah,
make it
okay.
they make it fun.
Okay. Same.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about you? You're the one controlling the whole thing.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's intense,
Yeah.
of course, when you're running a show. Our cast is very big. We did not cut anyone that auditioned.
Oh, that's good.
I think that's important at the middle school level because they need to get that,
Yeah.
rolling for their careers of what they want to do, especially. In high school, they're not as generous, so we want to give everyone an opportunity. So I did cast everyone that auditioned. We have a cast of 64.
Wow.
So that's including all of the Addams, all of the Beniki family, which is who Wednesday falls in love with,
Yeah.
Lucas. And then we have a plethora of ancestors ranging from all genres.
Yeah.
We have Babe Ruth, we have
Okay.
Marie Curie,
What a
we
good idea.
have bakers, we have chefs, we have opera singers. So it goes a whole bunch of genres. So it's a nice thing. And rehearsals do get intense. It's a 90-minute show, give or take, without an intermission.
Okay.
So it is different for Jamie from coming from, Finn Academy where he did a little things, but he's doing great. He stepped up. He's in 7th grade. And Eva is new to drama, but she's doing great as well. So I couldn't have had one more wonderful two
Right.
leading actors. for
Well,
this.
and you mentioned that you're new to acting. But you've done other things like this, the performing arts, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
So why did you decide to take the step into becoming an actor and get involved in the Addams Family?
Well, I've always had a love for like musicals and
Yeah.
like singing, dancing, performing, and I thought it was a good opportunity
Yeah.
to start acting too and trying to get into it myself.
Oh, absolutely. And how about you? Why did you decide to get involved?
I mean, really, I just did it for fun back in 6th grade, and I just fell in love with it and
Yeah.
decided to continue it.
Yeah. Is it difficult? Because, I mean, there's one thing about acting, but this is a full-on musical. How difficult is that to get your voices ready to get things like that as compared to memorizing your lines and memorizing a song? Is that very difficult? No? Everybody makes it sound so easy. Practice is
takes
over. You guys don't even have to
practice,
do it
yeah.
anymore. Wow. Yeah, I would think so because we should have started by this. Everybody knows the Addams Family, but tell us about the Addams Family musical. Tell us a little bit maybe about the story.
Well, we have Wednesday, her family,
Sure.
and Wednesday ends up falling in love with a more normal boy,
Okay.
and him and the Benikis, and she asked her dad for approval, but her
Doesn't ask the
doesn't
mom.
ask
Oh,
the
no.
mom, yeah.
Oh no.
So we have some
So, some
drama.
family
There's drama
yeah.
in the drama, of course. But yeah, it goes through the whole, story of Wednesday fell in love
Yeah.
with this boy who's not, a morbid,
Yeah.
dark character.
Sure.
his mom is into poetry and very outgoing, and his dad is more like a very straightforward kind of dude. Lucas has fallen head over heels for her. They met in Central Park, you know, like when she shot a pigeon out of the sky in Central Park. So it does. It's very humorous show, but it does have its sentimental moments, especially between them. You know, with the conflict of he chose Wednesday over his wife, and then things like that. So it's got the humor, it's got the real life scenarios, and it's got a little of I guess fantasy stuff built in there too, because we have Fester who falls in love with the moon.
Oh, okay.
So
that tracks. That adds up. Yeah.
So.
Well, and because even you say Fester, and I think of Cousin, I haven't watched the Addams Family in forever, but they're so iconic, these characters. So how do you each get ready for your role?
I mean, really, I really didn't do much, but
Okay.
He's a natural.
Okay, that's it. All right.
but really, I've seen a lot of the videos that Miss Hastrich has posted on our little group app, and I've studied them. I've tried to seen the way that he acts compared to the way I act, and try and just copy him basically.
Sure.
Yeah, I've also watched multiple videos and clips from different schools performing the Addams Family musical also, and trying to get inspiration and an idea of how Morticia acts. My mom's even kind of noticed me start to little Morticia.
Oh, really?
Kind of.
Well, it's funny because she came into the audition and she had the perfect Morticia mannerisms, and I was like, is this acting? Is this just because I didn't know her from last year, so I was like, oh wow, and it was pretty easy. And they do pick up characters very well, so that gives us time to focus on that blocking and the dancing, and all of that. So and the singing. So in that sense, we're very lucky because the acting kind of comes natural for them. So it's not so much character focus as it is, make sure you're here at the certain time, make sure you're doing this dance step. So in that sense with them, they had to work on the chemistry because it's a middle school production, and it's a little bit, but they're fine. They're doing a great job.
Did you watch any of the old black and white episodes, or was it all the newer ones?
I've watched a few.
Yeah. I was just curious because there's a lot of new adaptions of the Addams Family, right? So that's the one maybe we think of the most as the black and white one, but they're probably each character is quite a bit different from the newer ones to the old ones. I don't know.
The classics are pretty much the same.
Yeah.
I mean, you have the whatever, and then we do have some additions,
Yeah.
but I mean they're pretty solid to what the normal thing. It is definitely not the Netflix Wednesday stuff
Okay.
that's coming
Making
out.
that clear. Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, it's definitely, if you search the Broadway show with Nathan Lane and all of those great characters that pulled it off in New York City, I mean that's exactly probably what you're going to see here, just a miniature version of it.
Okay.
Right down to our set and everything. So.
Wow. Speaking of set, before I ask my final couple questions here, I think it's always important to thank the crew, right? The people behind the scenes, because you mentioned how many people want to be in front of the curtain, but there's so many people to make this possible behind the curtain, isn't it?
Correct. Yes.
Yeah. And so we always want to thank them.
We could not have the show without them, because we have a full house as our back wall. We have a New York City set that is being designed. We have mini rooms within the house. We have what else do we have? We have a torture wall for Pugsley and for Wednesday, where he is actually going to be strapped to the wall, and she will pull a lever. So yeah, I mean, without Mr. O, who's our designer, and Miss Etter, who also works at Ernie Davis with me, doing the painting, and our producer Miss Rollins, and everybody, it takes a whole group,
an army.
And between everything that needs to get done, and we just work as a team, and that's the nice thing about theater. I think that's nice. What we start so young with them is to know that there are no small parts, and there are nobody's. Yes, they're the leads in the show, but without the heart and soul of the ancestors, they couldn't tell the story that they do. So we strive with that with the program, and everyone gets along great.
Great. All right, before we go, tough questions. This is when I say the tough questions. What do you like the most about the musical?
I will say what I like most about the musical is always getting to find new parts of yourself that you're not used to.
Oh, that's a great answer.
Yeah, it's been really fun working, doing this musical. But I've also made a lot of new friends.
That's great.
Too. And we've all gotten along. It's just been really fun.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
It's got to be fun.
It's family first,
Yeah.
and family last,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
family by and by,
Yeah.
which is a quote from the play.
Do you have a favorite part of the musical? About being a part of it?
No, we aimed big with this.
Yeah.
They have typically done Disney shows for the last couple, well, I guess 10 years.
Oh, wow.
And when I came in and took it over last year, they'd already picked the show, so we had Lion King, which was a huge one because I had a whole bunch of masks and
Yeah.
things like that to do. And I wanted to break away from that, and I was a little nervous because it's different.
Yeah.
It's totally different, and it's songs with music underneath, and there's rocking with music underneath. It's not the typical, Simba and Nala and then a tree.
Right.
There's a lot to the show, but no, I think I'm more excited to see them have their moment now because of all the hard work that they have done. It's it's humbling because I want to keep molding them,
Yeah, of course.
but I have to let them go now and do their thing, and they're going to do amazing.
Yeah.
I have no doubts.
Okay, do you have a favorite song?
Ooh. I'd have to say, the song "Crazier Than You"
Okay.
is personally my favorite.
Okay. It sounds good.
Yeah, that is a good one.
Yeah, I really like Crazier Than You also. But I know it's just around the corner. It's also very humorous.
Okay.
Yes,
I know, yeah.
that is her
It's-
song, one of her songs,
Yeah.
and she does amazing with that. So I can
it's a
definitely
very
see how
fun
that is
song.
amazing. To give Jamie his credit, he does have a very beautiful solo called "What If,"
Okay.
that he sings about Morticia, and he does amazing with that. He has a lot of things throughout, and so does she with group, different solos. But they all have their moment to shine, and it's definitely humbling to see that. So
Well, we're talking about the Addams Family Musical March 13th at 7 p.m., 14th at 7 p.m., and March 15th at 2 p.m. What's the best ways if the viewers want to attend? How can they attend?
So it is at Broadway Academy, so Broadway Academy is down in Elmira. So they can just come to the door by the flagpole entrance, and there will be doors that will be wide open there. There's a beautiful display cases that our parents have done with all the headshots of the cast members in them. So you can have those when you come in. There'll be ticket sales right there. Tickets are $10 for adults, and for students it is $7 for students and seniors.
All right. Well, thank you so much for being on the program this morning, and best of luck.
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much.
All right. We'll be right back with Frankly Speaking here on WYDC TV. Big Fox, stay with us.